Discover the wonders of Ouzel Falls via Wild Basin Trail. By Brian Hamilton. Embark on a journey to Ouzel Falls via Wild Basin Trail, a stunning 5.3-mile hike in Rocky Mountain National Park. Discover cascading waterfalls, vibrant ecosystems, and the magic of Colorado's wilderness in every step. Let's dive into everything you need to know about this unforgettable trail adventure. Introduction. Imagine standing at the base of a cascading waterfall, the cool mist brushing against your skin as sunlight filters through towering spruce trees above. The rushing sound of the North St. Vrain Creek fills the air, blending with the calls of birds flitting between branches. This is the magic of Ouzel Falls via Wild Basin Trail, a hike that offers not only natural beauty but an immersive experience in one of Rocky Mountain National Park's most serene corners. At 5.3 miles round trip, this out and back trail is moderately challenging, with a manageable elevation gain of 984 feet. It's a trail that rewards your efforts with stunning sights at every turn. From the gentle cascades of Copeland Falls to the tumbling waters of Calypso Cascades, and finally, to the grandeur of Ouzel Falls, this hike is a symphony of moving water. Each waterfall offers a unique glimpse into the vibrant ecosystems that thrive along the North St. Vrain Creek. What makes this trail truly special is its seasonal charm. In spring and early summer, wildflowers bloom in a riot of colors, while the creek swells with snowmelt, creating dramatic cascades. Autumn brings a golden transformation, as aspen leaves light up the forest with their warm hues. Even in winter, the trail transforms into a tranquil, snow-covered wonderland, though it requires proper gear and preparation. Ouzel Falls via Wild Basin Trail isn't just a hike, it's a journey through pristine wilderness, a chance to connect with nature in its rawest, most breathtaking form. Over the course of this guide, we'll explore the trail's geography, the fascinating geology that shaped the landscape, the rich ecological tapestry of the area, and everything you need to know to plan your adventure. Prepare to be inspired, informed, and ready to hit the trail. Calling all outdoor enthusiasts. Dive into the world of adventure with SkyblueOverland.com. From in-depth gear reviews to breathtaking trail guides and tips for epic getaways, Skyblue Overland is your compass for exploring the great outdoors. Whether you're a seasoned explorer or planning your first adventure, we'll help you gear up and get inspired. Visit SkyblueOverland.com and make your next journey unforgettable. Trailhead location, geography, and getting there. The journey to Ouzel Falls begins at the Wild Basin Trailhead, tucked away in the southeastern corner of Rocky Mountain National Park near the small community of Embark, Colorado. This trailhead serves as the gateway to one of the most scenic and serene sections of the park, offering a true escape into nature. Getting there. From Lyons, take Highway 7, the scenic peak-to-peak highway, north for about 18 miles. You'll pass through picturesque mountain landscapes before reaching the entrance to the Wild Basin area, marked by clear signage on your left. If traveling from Estes Park, head south on Highway 7 for approximately 12 miles and turn right onto Wild Basin Road. Once on Wild Basin Road, prepare for a charming yet narrow and winding drive through dense forests. This gravel road, though bumpy in spots, is accessible to most vehicles. Along the way, you'll catch glimpses of towering pines, small meadows, and even the occasional wildlife sighting. The road ends at the trailhead parking lot, which fills quickly during peak times. Arriving early, especially on weekends, is essential to secure a parking spot. Overflow parking is limited, and walking from further down the road can add to your hike. Geography. The Wild Basin area is a lush, forested valley cradled by dramatic peaks, including Ouzel Peak and Mount Copeland, which rise over 12,000 feet. This idyllic setting is shaped by the flow of the North St. Vrain Creek, fed by alpine snowmelt from the Continental Divide. The creek serves as the lifeblood of the valley, carving through granite bedrock to create the stunning waterfalls that define this hike. The valley itself bears the marks of its glacial past. During the last ice age, glaciers scoured the terrain, forming the U-shaped valleys and depositing rocks and sediments that now support a thriving ecosystem. These geological processes have crafted a landscape that feels both timeless and alive. Atmosphere at the trailhead. Arriving at the Wild Basin Trailhead, your senses are immediately awakened. The cool mountain air carries the crisp scent of pine, while the sound of rushing water from the creek serves as nature's greeting. A well-maintained trailhead provides restrooms, detailed trail maps, and signage pointing toward the start of your hike. The quiet buzz of excitement among fellow hikers adds to the anticipation, setting the stage for the adventure ahead. Track your adventure with the Skyblue Explorers Club. Your journey doesn't end here. Log your hike and connect with a community of explorers on Strava. The Skyblue Explorers Club is where outdoor enthusiasts like you come together to share their stories, track their adventures, and challenge themselves to new heights. Join today and be part of a growing movement of hikers and endurance adventurers who live for the trail. Join the Skyblue Explorers Club on Strava. Adventure awaits. Let's move together. Trail description. The beginning, embracing the forest, 0 to 0.25 miles. As you set out from the Wild Basin trailhead, the trail quickly envelopes you in a world of towering trees and dappled sunlight. The air is cool and crisp, carrying the earthy scent of pine needles and the faint whisper of water rushing in the distance. Within moments, the sounds of civilization fade, replaced by the tranquil hum of nature. The first stretch of the hike is a gentle introduction, leading you through a forest of lodgepole pine and quaking aspen. It's not long before a short detour beckons you toward Copeland Falls, the first waterfall highlight of the trail. The detour is well marked, and within minutes, you arrive at the lower cascade. Here, the North St. Vrain Creek tumbles over mossy rocks into a shimmering pool, framed by ferns and low-lying shrubs. Just a short distance further upstream lies Upper Copeland Falls, where the water cascades more dramatically, creating a mesmerizing display of movement and sound. Pause for a moment to appreciate the stillness, broken only by the bubbling of the creek and the occasional rustle of leaves. If you're lucky, you might catch sight of a chipmunk darting across the trail or hear the melodic call of a mountain chickadee perched above. This peaceful stretch sets the tone for the journey ahead, a blend of quiet solitude and natural wonder. The journey along North St. Vrain Creek, 0.25 to 1.8 miles. Rejoining the main trail, you continue along the North St. Vrain Creek, which remains a constant companion for the next mile and a half. The trail is well maintained and relatively flat, making this section an enjoyable stroll. The creek weaves its way through the landscape, creating a soothing soundtrack that guides your steps. As you walk, take in the sensory details that define this stretch of the trail. The murmur of water echoes through the forest, accompanied by the occasional splash as the creek flows over small rapids. The earthy smell of damp soil mingles with the scent of pine, and patches of sunlight break through the canopy, creating a mosaic of light and shadow on the forest floor. Every so often, the trail opens up to reveal the creek in all its crystal-clear beauty. Pools of water shimmer in the sunlight, reflecting the green of the surrounding trees. These spots invite you to pause, take a sip of water, and simply admire the peaceful rhythm of the flowing stream. The journey along this section of the trail feels almost meditative, a chance to immerse yourself fully in the sights and sounds of the Wild Basin. Calypso Cascades, a natural masterpiece, 1.8 miles. As you approach the Calypso Cascades, the sound of rushing water grows louder, hinting at the spectacle ahead. Soon, the trail brings you to a wooden footbridge that offers a perfect vantage point for viewing this stunning cascade. Here, the creek bursts into life, tumbling over a series of rocky steps framed by vibrant greenery. In the spring and summer months, wildflowers like columbine and Indian paintbrush add splashes of color to the scene, while ferns thrive in the moist environment near the water. The cascades are mesmerizing, with their constant motion and the glint of sunlight reflecting off the rushing water. Standing on the footbridge, you can feel the energy of the cascades beneath your feet. The view from here is picture-perfect, with the surrounding forest creating a lush, almost otherworldly backdrop. It's easy to see why this spot is a favorite among photographers and nature lovers alike. The climb to Ouzel Falls, 1.8 to 2.7 miles. Leaving Calypso Cascades behind, the trail begins to climb more noticeably. This section of the hike is moderately challenging, with switchbacks that wind through a forest of spruce and fir. The scent of pine grows stronger, and patches of lichen-covered rocks line the trail, adding texture to the landscape. As you ascend, the forest occasionally opens up to reveal breathtaking views of the surrounding peaks. In these moments, you can glimpse the rugged silhouettes of Ouzel Peak and Mount Copeland towering above the valley. These vistas serve as a reminder of the grandeur of the Wild Basin area and provide a welcome break from the climb. The flora along this stretch reflects the transition to higher elevations. Spruce and fir trees dominate, their towering trunks creating a cathedral-like atmosphere. The ground is often carpeted with fallen needles, and the air feels cooler and fresher. Keep an eye out for wildlife, as this section of the trail is home to marmots, squirrels, and even the occasional elk. Ouzel Falls, the grand finale, 2.7 miles. At last, the sound of rushing water grows louder, signaling your arrival at Ouzel Falls. As you round the final bend, the falls come into view, a powerful torrent plunging 40 feet into a rocky basin below. The sight is both exhilarating and humbling, a testament to the sheer force of nature. Standing near the falls, you can feel the cool mist on your skin, a refreshing reward after the climb. Sunlight filters through the spray, creating rainbows that dance in the air. The surrounding rocks and mosses glisten with moisture, adding to the enchanting atmosphere. There are several observation points that offer different perspectives of the falls. From a safe distance, you can take in the full scope of the cascade, or carefully navigate closer to the base for a more immersive experience. This is also a great spot to sit, enjoy a snack, and let the sound of the falls wash over you. Keep an eye out for the water ouzel, or American dipper, a small bird known for its ability to dive and swim in fast-moving streams. These birds are often seen darting in and out of the water near the falls, adding a touch of life to the scene. As you stand before Ouzel Falls, take a moment to reflect on the journey that brought you here. The sights, sounds, and sensations of the trail all culminate in this awe-inspiring natural feature, creating a memory that will stay with you long after the hike is over. The return journey, a new perspective, 2.7 to 5.3 miles. The return journey retraces your steps, but it's far from repetitive. As the sunlight shifts throughout the day, the trail takes on new dimensions. Shadows stretch longer, the light becomes warmer, and the forest feels different from the morning. On the descent, you'll notice details you may have missed on the way up. The way the creek sparkles in a certain light, a patch of wildflowers you didn't spot earlier, or the way the breeze rustles the trees, each moment feels fresh and new. The descent also offers a chance to reflect on the experience. Take your time, savor the scenery, and let the tranquility of the Wild Basin soak in. By the time you reach the trailhead, you'll carry with you not just the memory of Ouzel Falls, but the journey through a landscape that is as beautiful as it is unforgettable. Discover adventure. Dive into Beyond the Skyblue Horizon, a new podcast from Skyblue Overland. Hosted by Brian Hamilton, it's your guide to exploring destinations, reviewing gear, and getting expert advice. Perfect for every outdoor enthusiast. Listen now on all podcast platforms, including Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Subscribe now and take your first step into the stories and adventures that lie beyond the horizon. Geology of the trail area. The Wild Basin area in Rocky Mountain National Park is a testament to the immense geological forces that have shaped the Earth over billions of years. From ancient rocks forged deep within the Earth's crust to the icy grip of glaciers carving valleys and waterfalls, the geology of this region tells a captivating story of transformation and resilience. Ancient rocks, foundations of the Wild Basin. Beneath the lush forests and cascading waterfalls of the Wild Basin lies some of the oldest rock in North America, Precambrian granite and gneiss, formed over 1 billion years ago. These rocks are the result of tectonic forces that compressed, heated, and folded the Earth's crust during ancient mountain-building events. As tectonic plates collided, magma intrusions forced their way into existing rock layers, cooling slowly over millions of years to form the crystalline granite that defines much of the region today. Gneiss, on the other hand, is a metamorphic rock that originated as sedimentary or igneous material. Under intense heat and pressure, the minerals within these rocks realigned, creating the distinctive banding patterns seen in gneiss formations. These rocks, shaped by unimaginable forces over geologic time, form the dramatic peaks and cliffs that cradle the Wild Basin. Glacial sculpting, shaping the landscape. Fast forward to the Pleistocene epoch, roughly 2.6 million to 12,000 years ago, when vast glaciers advanced and retreated across what is now Rocky Mountain National Park. These glaciers were the master sculptors of the Wild Basin's U-shaped valleys, carving deep into the bedrock as they moved. The immense weight of the ice, combined with its slow, relentless movement, gouged out basins and left behind steep valley walls. As the glaciers melted, they deposited moraines, ridges of rock and sediment that mark their former edges. These moraines are still visible today, forming natural dams that trap water and create the small lakes and wetlands scattered throughout the area. Additionally, the retreating glaciers left behind glacial till, a mix of clay, silt, sand, and gravel. Over thousands of years, this till has supported the growth of the fertile soils that sustain the Wild Basin's lush vegetation. Waterfalls and hydrology, nature's artistry. The dramatic waterfalls along the Wild Basin Trail, including Copeland Falls, Calypso Cascades, and Ouzel Falls, owe their existence to the interplay of water and rock. Over time, fractures and joints in the granite bedrock have provided pathways for water to flow, eroding the rock and creating drop-offs where the creek plunges into natural basins below. These fractures are often the result of tectonic stresses that weaken the rock, allowing the relentless power of the North St. Vrain Creek to exploit them. The North St. Vrain Creek is a lifeline for the Wild Basin, fed by snowmelt from the high peaks of the Continental Divide. Its flow varies dramatically with the seasons, swelling in spring and early summer as snowfields melt, and slowing to a steady trickle during the drier months. This dynamic flow not only sustains the waterfalls but also shapes the creek bed, carving channels and polishing rocks over millennia. Human impact, preserving geological wonders. While the Wild Basin area appears timeless and untouched, human presence is a part of its modern story. Trails like the Wild Basin Trail provide access to these ancient formations, allowing visitors to experience their beauty without causing undue harm. Well-maintained paths protect the fragile ecosystems and geological features by minimizing erosion and directing foot traffic away from sensitive areas. The National Park Service plays a crucial role in preserving this landscape, balancing the need for access with the imperative to safeguard its natural integrity. Educational efforts, trail maintenance, and leave no trace principles help ensure that these geological wonders remain intact for future generations to explore and appreciate. The geology of the Wild Basin area is not just a backdrop for adventure, it's a story written in stone, water, and ice. From billion-year-old granite peaks to the cascading waterfalls shaped by glacial melt, every step along the trail to Ouzel Falls is a journey through time, revealing the profound forces that continue to shape our world. Explore with confidence, guided adventures from 57hours.com. Looking to make the most of your hiking experience? 57hours.com connects you with expert local guides who take the stress out of planning. Whether you're tackling iconic trails or discovering hidden gems, you'll benefit from personalized, professional guidance tailored to your skill level. Why 57hours.com? Expert local guides, navigate safely and confidently. Custom experiences, adventures for every skill level. Hassle-free planning, just show up and hike. Ready to explore the wild like never before? Visit 57hours.com today to book your next unforgettable adventure. Adventure starts here. Ecology in the trail area. The trail to Ouzel Falls via Wild Basin Trail is not just a hike through stunning landscapes, it's a journey through a rich tapestry of ecosystems that thrive in this corner of Rocky Mountain National Park. From the lush riparian zones along the North St. Vrain Creek to the towering forests that stretch toward the peaks, the area is alive with an extraordinary diversity of flora and fauna. Each step offers an opportunity to observe and appreciate the intricate relationships that sustain this vibrant environment. Riparian ecosystem, the lifeline of the creek. The riparian ecosystem along the North St. Vrain Creek is one of the most dynamic and biologically diverse areas of the trail. The constant flow of water nourishes a lush corridor of vegetation that thrives in the moist, shaded conditions near the creek's banks. Ferns unfurl their delicate fronds, while mosses cling to the rocks, creating a vivid green carpet that glistens in the dappled sunlight. Spring and summer bring a spectacular burst of color as wildflowers such as columbine, Indian paintbrush, and bluebells blanket the area. These blooms not only add beauty but also play a vital role in supporting pollinators like bees and butterflies. The creek's steady flow sustains aquatic life, providing habitat for insects, amphibians, and small fish, which in turn attract predators like birds and mammals. The health of this riparian ecosystem is deeply tied to the creek's seasonal rhythms. Snowmelt from the high peaks of the Continental Divide swells the waters in spring and early summer, replenishing the area and supporting new growth. By late summer, the flow slows, but the vegetation remains lush, benefiting from the moisture retained in the soil. Forest ecosystems, a journey through elevation. As you move away from the creek and ascend the trail, you'll notice a gradual transition in the forest ecosystems. At lower elevations, aspen groves and lodgepole pine dominate the landscape. In autumn, the aspen trees put on a dazzling display, their golden leaves shimmering in the sunlight and contrasting beautifully against the evergreens. Lodgepole pines, with their tall, straight trunks, form dense stands that provide habitat for a variety of wildlife. Higher up the trail, the forest changes to a mix of Engelmann spruce and subalpine fir, reflecting the cooler temperatures and harsher conditions of higher elevations. These towering conifers create a cathedral-like atmosphere, their needles forming a thick canopy that filters sunlight and provides shelter for animals. The ground beneath them is often covered with a soft layer of fallen needles, interspersed with lichens and low-growing plants. Spring and summer bring another wave of wildflower blooms to these higher elevations, adding splashes of color to the forest floor. Fireweed, wild geranium, and alpine asters thrive in open patches, while shrubs like currants and raspberries provide food for birds and mammals. Wildlife, the beating heart of Wild Basin. The Wild Basin Trail is home to a remarkable array of wildlife, from iconic large mammals to elusive birds and smaller creatures. Elk and mule deer are commonly seen grazing in the meadows, while black bears may occasionally be spotted foraging for berries or insects. These larger mammals play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem, influencing vegetation patterns and providing food for predators and scavengers. Smaller mammals such as marmots, squirrels, and chipmunks are often seen darting across the trail or sunning themselves on rocks. These creatures may seem minor, but they are integral to the ecosystem, dispersing seeds and providing prey for larger animals. Birdwatchers will find the trail especially rewarding. The water ouzel, or American dipper, is a unique resident of the riparian zones, diving into fast-moving streams to forage for insects. Steller's jays, with their vibrant blue plumage, can often be seen flitting through the trees, while woodpeckers tap away at the trunks in search of food. Each species within this ecosystem contributes to its overall health and balance. Protecting these habitats ensures that the incredible biodiversity of Wild Basin remains intact for future generations to enjoy. The importance of preservation. The ecology of the Wild Basin Trail is a delicate web of interconnected systems that depend on each other to thrive. The riparian zones, forests, and wildlife populations all work in harmony, creating a landscape that feels alive and dynamic. However, this balance is not guaranteed. Increased foot traffic, climate change, and habitat disruption pose significant challenges to the area's ecological health. Visitors play a crucial role in preserving this fragile environment. By following leave no trace principles, staying on designated trails, and respecting wildlife, hikers can minimize their impact and help protect the trail's natural beauty. Simple actions like packing out trash, avoiding the temptation to pick wildflowers, and keeping a safe distance from animals make a significant difference. As you hike the trail to Ouzel Falls, take a moment to appreciate the incredible diversity of life that surrounds you. From the smallest mosses to the grandest elk, every part of this ecosystem has a role to play. The Wild Basin area is more than just a beautiful destination, it's a thriving natural community, and it's our responsibility to ensure its future remains as vibrant as its present. Join the Skyblue Explorers Club on Patreon. Take your love for adventure to the next level. As a member, you'll unlock exclusive trail guides, gear discounts, giveaways, and access to a vibrant community of explorers. Whether you're summiting peaks, planning epic road trips, or just dreaming of your next outdoor escape, the Skyblue Explorers Club has everything you need to inspire and equip your journey. Join now on Patreon. Adventure awaits. Planning your trip. A successful hike to Ouzel Falls via Wild Basin Trail begins with thoughtful preparation. From packing the right gear to understanding the seasonal challenges, careful planning ensures a safe, enjoyable, and memorable adventure in Rocky Mountain National Park. What to pack? Packing for your hike requires striking a balance between preparedness and keeping your load light. Here's what you'll need. Essentials. Layers. Weather in the mountains can change quickly, so bring moisture-wicking base layers, an insulating mid-layer, and a waterproof outer layer. Water. Carry at least 1 to 2 liters per person and consider a water filter or purification tablets if you plan to refill from natural sources. Snacks, high-energy, lightweight options like trail mix, energy bars, and dried fruit are ideal. Sturdy footwear, hiking boots or shoes with good traction are essential, especially for navigating wet or uneven terrain near waterfalls. First aid kit include bandages, antiseptic wipes, and pain relievers, along with any personal medications. Optional items: trekking poles. These can provide extra stability on the uphill sections and reduce strain on your knees during the descent. Camera. The waterfalls and surrounding landscapes are incredibly photogenic, so a camera or smartphone is a must for capturing memories. Lightweight rain jacket. Even in summer, afternoon showers are common in the Rockies. Seasonal considerations. The trail to Ouzel Falls is open year-round, but the experience varies greatly depending on the season. Spring, summer. This is the most popular time to visit, thanks to the abundance of wildflowers and the dramatic flow of the waterfalls, fueled by melting snow. Temperatures are mild, but afternoons can get warm, so dress in layers you can easily remove. Be prepared for muddy sections on the trail due to snowmelt and occasional rain. Fall, autumn transforms the landscape with golden aspen groves, making it one of the most beautiful times to visit. Temperatures are cooler, especially in the mornings and evenings, so pack extra layers. This is also rutting season for elk, so you may hear their distinctive bugling calls. Winter brings a tranquil beauty to the Wild Basin, with the waterfalls partially frozen and the forest blanketed in snow. However, hiking in winter requires specialized gear like snowshoes or microspikes, as the trail can be icy and covered in snow. Be prepared for colder temperatures and shorter daylight hours. Always check avalanche conditions and weather forecasts before heading out, and avoid hiking alone in these conditions. Safety tips. Safety should be a priority for any outdoor adventure, and the Wild Basin Trail is no exception. Check the weather. Always review the forecast before setting out. Sudden changes in temperature, thunderstorms, or snowstorms can occur, even in summer. Wildlife safety. The area is home to elk, mule deer, black bears, and other wildlife. Maintain a safe distance, at least 100 yards for bears and 25 yards for other animals, and store food securely. Bear spray is a good precaution. Navigation. There is no cell service in the Wild Basin area, so download trail maps or use a GPS device. Familiarize yourself with the route before starting. Hike smart. Start early to avoid crowds and give yourself plenty of daylight to complete the hike. Stay on designated trails to protect the ecosystem and avoid getting lost. Backcountry camping. For those looking to extend their adventure, backcountry camping is available in the Wild Basin area. 2 designated sites, Pine Ridge and Aspen Knoll, are located near the trail and offer convenient access to nearby hiking routes. Camping in Rocky Mountain National Park requires a permit, which can be reserved in advance through the park's website. Permits help manage visitor impact and ensure a safe, enjoyable experience for all. Adhering to leave no trace principles is critical. Pack out all trash, including food scraps. Avoid disturbing plants and wildlife. Use existing fire rings or camp stoves, and check fire restrictions before your trip. Backcountry camping allows you to experience the serenity of the Wild Basin after the day hikers have gone, making it an excellent option for those seeking solitude. Planning ahead and coming prepared will make your hike to Ouzel Falls not only safe but unforgettable. By taking the time to pack thoughtfully, respect seasonal conditions, and practice responsible outdoor ethics, you'll ensure that this stunning trail remains a treasure for generations to come. Plan your Wild Basin Trail adventure. Unlock your next adventure with onX Backcountry, the ultimate tool for hikers and outdoor enthusiasts. Plan every step with detailed topographic maps, customizable waypoints, and real-time trail conditions. Stay safe with offline maps and GPS tracking, even when you're off the grid. Whether you're tackling steep summits or serene forest trails, onX Backcountry ensures you never miss a turn or a view. Ready to elevate your hiking game? Click here to start your free trial today. Use onX Backcountry for detailed maps, elevation profiles, and offline GPS tracking to make your Glacier Basin hike safe, seamless, and unforgettable. Conclusion. Hiking to Ouzel Falls via Wild Basin Trail is more than a journey through Rocky Mountain National Park, it's an experience that lingers in your soul. Along the 5.3-mile route, you're treated to a feast for the senses, the gentle murmurs of the North St. Vrain Creek, the vibrant colors of wildflowers and golden aspens, the refreshing mist of cascading waterfalls, and the occasional glimpse of wildlife moving quietly through the forest. Every step along this trail is an invitation to immerse yourself in the beauty and tranquility of the natural world. The waterfalls are undoubtedly the trail's crown jewels, each one unique and mesmerizing in its own way. Copeland Falls offers a gentle introduction, Calypso Cascades dazzles with its dynamic energy, and Ouzel Falls steals the show with its breathtaking power and grandeur. Yet the trail's magic extends beyond these highlights. It's in the way sunlight filters through towering pines, the rustle of leaves in the breeze, and the quiet moments where you feel completely connected to the wild. As you prepare for your adventure, remember that this landscape is a gift to be cherished and protected. Visit responsibly by staying on the trail, practicing leave no trace principles, and respecting the wildlife and ecosystems that make this area so special. By doing so, you contribute to the preservation of the Wild Basin's delicate beauty for generations to come. Standing before Ouzel Falls, you're reminded of nature's power and serenity, a moment that stays with you long after you leave the trail. Whether you come for the waterfalls, the wildlife, or the solitude, this hike offers a chance to reconnect with the wilderness and create memories that will inspire your love for the outdoors again and again. About the author, Brian Hamilton, an engineering geologist and adventure writer, shares his outdoor experiences on skyblueoverland.com. He has been in the engineering and construction field for over 35 years. He holds a bachelor's degree in geology from the University of Illinois and a master's degree in geological engineering from South Dakota Mines. With a geological engineering background, he provides unique insights into nature, adventure sports, and gear through engaging articles, trail guides, and creative storytelling. A certified professional geologist, Brian lives in Philadelphia. Explore beyond limits, with confidence. You're deep in the backcountry, miles from the nearest trailhead, and an unexpected injury turns your dream hike into a nightmare. What's your plan? Enter Global Rescue. With 24/7 field rescue and medical evacuation services, you're never truly alone, even in the most remote wilderness. Whether it's a twisted ankle, altitude sickness, or an emergency that requires urgent care, Global Rescue's expert teams are ready to act when you need them most. Immediate on-site assistance. Evacuation to your hospital of choice. Coverage in over 195 countries. Don't let the fear of the unknown stop you from exploring the trails you love. Adventure is unpredictable, but your safety doesn't have to be. Join Global Rescue today and hike without hesitation. Visit globalrescue.com to secure your membership now. Terms of use, as with each guide published on skyblueoverland.com, should you choose to these routes, do so at your own risk. Prior to setting out, check current local weather, conditions, and land/road closures. While taking a trail, obey all public and private land use restrictions and rules, carry proper safety and navigational equipment, and of course, follow the #LevenoTrace guidelines. The information found herein is simply a planning resource to be used as a point of inspiration in conjunction with your own due diligence. In spite of the fact that this route, associated GPS track, GPX and maps, and all route guidelines were prepared under diligent research by the specified contributor and/or contributors, the accuracy of such and judgment of the author is not guaranteed. Skyblue Overland LLC, its partners, associates, and contributors are in no way liable for personal injury, damage to personal property, or any other such situation that might happen to individuals following this route. What to read next? An Adventurer's Guide to Jasper National Park, Alberta, Canada. Jasper Wildfire Update, Essential Travel Info and How You Can Help. Glacier View Lodge, a majestic retreat in Jasper National Park. Fairmont Jasper Park Lodge, a luxurious retreat. Best Scrambles in the Indian Peaks Wilderness, Colorado. Guide to Backcountry Skiing in the Brainerd Recreation Area. Planning the perfect adventure trip to Grand Lake, Colorado. Exploring the wonders of Wild Basin and Rocky Mountain National Park. Surviving the Wild, the Urban Forager Short Story. Adventurer's Guide to Grand Teton National Park, Wyoming. Trekking the Tetons, a wild adventure on the Teton Crest Trail. Planning the perfect adventure trip to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Adventurer's Guide to North Cascades National Park.